We call him Robin Shuster because he's so close to Bathtub Boy, who in this context we call Bathman and Robin.
Watch out, Batman. This could be tricky.
This is David Shuster over at MSNBC, who used to work for Fox and just can't get over it. He hates Fox. He hates Roger Ailes. He hates Rupert Murdoch. He's had a very testy few email exchanges with me as I have characterized his performance over the last couple of years. But he really went out last night. You know, when Hillary's campaign suddenly was facing a 10-point deficit as the polls came out on Monday, the New York Post had a headline that said panic. A picture of Hillary Clinton said panic. Every other newspaper in the country had this more or less the same story. And then when she won last night, David Shuster was certain that this was going to be hell to pay for John Gibson at Fox, for the Fox News Channel in general, for Roger Ailes at Fox, and for Rupert Murdoch himself.
We've been talking about this. Murdoch's papers went after her the past couple of days. I would guess that she probably doesn't feel too favorably towards him right now. You have some information on that.
Yeah, no, I was talking to some Clinton supporters last night, some pretty key supporters, and they were saying that they have long been frustrated that Hillary Clinton has seemed to sometimes cozy up to Rupert Murdoch as he tries to sort of cover his bets over the last year, that she's very cordial to him and to Roger Ailes of Fox News.
That report from Shuster was introduced. That was Joe Scarborough, right? Scratch.
That was Scratch.
He said, you have some information here. So Shuster is reporting news that the Hillary Clinton people are angry at Rupert Murdoch and Fox and are going to take it out on us. Well, take it out on me directly. When she wins and she's president, she can bring down the hammer.
And these were Clinton supporters who were saying last night that Hillary Clinton is going to have a change, a new sort of frame of reference toward Rupert Murdoch, because they are convinced that the Clintons are going to see that Rupert Murdoch was essentially kicking her when the Murdoch empire felt that she was down, with the sort of headline that you were just showing. And
panic it was. Does anybody doubt that, in fact, the Clinton campaign was panicked? And was the New York Post the only paper in the country who was characterizing it in such a way?
Almost every paper.
Yeah.
They were suggesting that while it was a bad night for Barack Obama, that the person who's got the worst hangover right now is Rupert Murdoch, because if Hillary Clinton goes on to win this thing, the Clinton people, who have very long memories for how the media treats them, are not going to forget that New York Post headline from yesterday and from Monday morning.
How did his theory pan out?
12 hours later, Hillary Clinton was sitting down for an interview on Fox and Friends on the Fox News Channel.
The 2008 Democratic presidential candidate joins us from Chappaqua, New York, her hometown. Good morning to you, Senator Clinton, and congratulations.
Good morning. Oh, thank you so much, Gretchen.
Does he ever get a story right, ever?
I can't...
He got the Karl Rove thing wrong, the waterboarding wrong, now this...
Well, goes out on a limb, demonstrates that he is capable of reporting to the American public, what little of it is watching him, something truly stupid. Another thing happened on that network.
Oof.
I know this is Angry Rich. You know, he spent some time in Boston. This one is hard for him. John McCain was giving his victory speech. Speech wasn't going over real well among the MSNBC crowd. Of course, they really don't want McCain to be president.
God bless you if you have blessed me. Enjoy this. You have earned it more than me. Tomorrow, we begin again. Thank you.
Well, okay, he kind of made a hash of it a little bit there, but MSNBC, though, was hooting in derision.
Oh my God!
All right, calm down.
Yeah.
He's still on the stage. You're going to be. You can't boo a candidate while he's still on the stage. The night he won, Joe.
It is absolutely remarkable.
Don't read the speech.
That at this moment, yes, please. If this is your introduction to America in 2008, do not have your head looking straight down into a speech that Howard Feynman, you said. What did it look like?
Well, it looked like every advisor that he'd ever had given him one paragraph.
One sentence.
One sentence, and he read them all. That's like...
But he dropped them on his way to the podium and resorted them in random order.
All right, so they're hooting and hollering about this, and they go to Mike Barnicle. Now, Barnicle,
Oh, God,
who Rich just hates, was a columnist for the Boston Globe until he was fired for...
Which time?
Until he was fired for plagiarizing and for making up some characters and stories.
He made up a story with 4 people involving cancer, and when they went to check, none of them existed.
So here we go. They go to Barnicle right after that, hooting and hollering about McCain's speech.
By the way, Keith and Chris, you should know that the bellman here, the head bellman here at the Radisson Hotel in Manchester, is very pleased because John McCain read one of his lines that he submitted to him.
Ooh.
Did you make that up too, Mike?
You think that bellman exists?
Probably not. Well, Mike Barnicle's a liar and a plagiarist. And it's disgusting they put him on.
Well, it seems like he kind of admitted that he just made that up.
I had to get it in. Everybody else has been jumping on it.
Dear.
Who needs Bob Schrum?
Just wait a second.
Just wait a second. Bathtub Boy says he probably realizes Barnicle's history. And so he has something to say, and he demands the camera come back to him.
Just put me back on second here for a second. Let me just do it now. NBC News would like to issue a quick apology to Senator John McCain. Okay, let's go back to it now.
I would like an apology. I'd like it to be more than quick. These guys, are talking about a war hero. They're talking about a guy who just won. They don't want him to be president. They don't think he will be president. We here are disgusted. I am disgusted that they treat a candidate that way. That was the next president of the United States, perhaps. Did McCain deserve that kind of treatment? I think not.
This air is rarefied.
You don't scare me. I got chunks of guys like you in my stool.
John Gibson.
You want a piece of me? I'm right here.